Eddie, the viewers have found us.
Alright everybody, my friends over at Cosmic Circus, you know Alex, he's on Twitter, he's a big deal. Anyways, him and Lizzie, they went on and Alex did another article regarding what I've heard about Spider-Man 4, Venom and Knull, and we know that Knull was shown in the brand new Venom The Last Dance trailer today, so it leads us to believe, is he going to be in Spider-Man 4? Let's find out. Anyways, let's go. Spider-Man 4 is swinging back into action as Marvel and Sony gear up to the highly anticipated Spider-Man Force. Tom Holland is set to reprise his role, so is Zendaya. Blah, blah, blah. We know that the spell was gone and whatnot, but we don't know what's exactly happening to Spider-Man. What I've heard, let's talk about Knull. In April 2024, I heard rumors about Knull's appearance in Venom The Last Dance. After doing some digging, I was able to confirm his appearance a few days later. At the time, the idea of introducing such a scary character like Knull instilled a degree of fear in me, which I expressed on social media, mainly because a character like Knull in a Venom movie like this potentially could be very limited to his counterpart in the comics. But further along, I learned that Knull's role is not just a one and done, which is amazing because Knull is a multiversal threat, not just a worldly threat, not just a universe threat. He is a threat to the entire multiverse. There are further plans to bring back Knull in an upcoming project outside Venom The Last Dance. The idea of Knull appearing in another project after the Venom threequel seemed interesting, and after speaking to multiple sources, some interesting information arose. Obviously, with that being said, he could be in like Spider-Man 4, he could be in Secret Wars, we don't know. But I have a hard time believing we're going to get Knull at Avengers level and then go to Doctor Doom. I feel like that's a downgrade, but hey, it is what it is. What I've heard, Spidey's street-level story turned multiversal roller coaster. Initially, Marvel Studios wanted to develop a street-level story for this upcoming installment of Marvel's Spider-Man, having him team up with Daredevil to take on Wilson Fisk following the events of Devil's Reign, essentially Daredevil Born Again. Multiple villains from Spider-Man's lore were also in consideration for the plot of this film. New villains like Magia, Mr. Negative, Spencer Smith, as well as some old revamped villains such as Matt Gargan's Scorpion, and even Aaron Davis as the Prowler. But I feel like the Prowler is already being used in Across the Spider-Verse, so why would you use him again right now? We may have to wait a bit longer for that, though. So if the street level story is being pushed back, what story would take its place? Recently, I heard that the upcoming Spider-Man film might pit Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tom Hardy's Venom together from The Last Dance, setting up the interaction by the end of Venom The Last Dance. We may see Eddie Brock cross over into the cinematic universe, with some sources indicating that the recent reshoots in New York City for Venom The Last Dance has to do with that, but that remains unconfirmed for now. Yeah, because Daniel RBK actually brought up today saying, I don't see any parts of the reshoots or anything yet being in New York, yet they're doing reshoots for New York scenery. Makes sense. Not only that, but I'm hearing that the potential villain for this film would be Knull, who is seeking to enshroud the entire multiverse in his darkness following its discovery. It's important to note that the Venom symbiote is currently in two different universes, the Sonyverse and the MCU, and in Tobey Maguire's universe. This link may spark Knull to seek out Venom in 616 and be on a mission to engulf the multiverse in darkness. Spider-Man Homeworld ? The idea of Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tom Hardy's Venom coming together would be an interesting dynamic for this upcoming film, and one that may have many fans wanting to see. While I'm sure we'd finally have our Spidey versus Venom showdown at the beginning of the movie, giving them a common enemy would give them a chance to not sacrifice any character arcs they have, making either an antagonist. Also, Knull has some interesting origins deeply rooted with the multiverse, so the idea could be plausible. Who knows, maybe Knull lost his Necro Sword in an incursion and it slipped into 616 while he hid in the middle of two universes or multiverses. The possibilities are interesting, and I'll let you all know if anything develops. So essentially we have to think, okay, well, Knull already gave up the Necro Sword. Essentially All Black was destroyed when Gore fought Thor, hence why Gore died. But at the same time, maybe it was a fake out, maybe it was something else. The whole thing is, like, we don't know where they're going with Knull. And I've been saying this, to go from Knull and then Doctor Doom is like a downgrade to me in particular. And also, if Spider-Man's taking place on Battleworld, why would Knull be on Battleworld? You see what I'm saying? Like, is Doctor Doom gonna at the end kill off Knull? Maybe everybody's hopeless and then Doctor Doom kills off Knull. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I would like to know the best, and the best comment down below giving me details on what you think the possible story and theory could be. I'll follow you on Twitter. But I also want to bring up this. So one of the people in my group chat, Austin, went on to say this, and this is his theory. Spider-Man 4 theory. The movie will be set on Battleworld and feature Tom Holland's Spider-Man teaming up with Tom Hardy's Venom to stop Knull. Knull will severely injure Spider-Man, and the Venom symbiote will leave Eddie Brock and attach itself to Peter. This will heal him and give him the black suit for Avengers Secret Wars. Now, once again, how do you beat Knull? Because Knull, it took the power cosmic to beat Knull. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it took, like, ridiculous amounts of power to beat Knull. He's not a normal villain, you know? And the thing is this, the man can kill Celestials. I mean, maybe he's an explanation of how Nowhere was just this floating place that now the Guardians of the Galaxy live in. We can learn about how the darkness was kicked off by the Celestials who started to create light and planets and life and everything, and Knull didn't like that. We could talk about how he was betrayed by the symbiotes and trapped in Clintar for years upon years and then let out again. There's so many things. Also, Scream, Toxin, Agony, all of those characters, where are all those characters at? You know what I mean? Like, are they all going to team up and they're going to make a big hybrid Venom? I mean, we know Hybrid's a character from the Life Foundation symbiotes, but like, what's the deal? Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I'll catch y'all
In the next one.